Hi, amazing team. Courtney Harvey here. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for your patience in waiting for this video to come out. It's been kind of a whirlwind of a week, so I really appreciate you hanging in there and waiting for this team meeting. Today we're going to be talking about recruiting. So in the comment section of this post, when I post it, I want you to comment whether or not you are fearful of recruiting. And I bet probably 4/5 of us, or more than half of us, are going to say, I hate recruiting, I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. And that's how I was when I first started. And I would watch training videos and listen to audio trainings about recruiting and how important it was for my personal development in this company. And I'd hear directors and other consultants say things like, oh, I love recruiting, it's so easy for me, and it's a joy for me. And I'd be sitting there sweating because I couldn't imagine myself ever feeling comfortable with recruiting. And here I am a year later, and I love recruiting. And I don't just love signing new people up. I don't just love training new people and talking to new people. I absolutely love the recruiting process. And I think it's a very personal process that we all go through when we recruit. Because if you don't recall, you yourself, you're a recruit and you already have recruited one person, and that is you. You had to go through and make the decision for yourself about whether or not this would be good for you and your family. So I want you to remember that, and I want you to think about how your life has changed because of this business. And I want you to put yourself in the shoes of somebody that's kind of on the fence about joining this company or joining any direct selling company. So when I talk about being postured, this is a very important step in, hang on, buddy. This is a very important step in recruiting. About a year ago, when I joined at the end of January, I don't even know if I can demonstrate how I felt about the company, but I was extremely wishy-washy about why I joined. And I knew deep down why I joined, which I'll share with you. But people that would ask me about my new business or my new work from home job probably didn't know just how excited I was about it, because I found myself almost making excuses and apologizing for it. And what I mean by that is somebody would ask me about it and I'd say, yeah, it's my kids love the books, and I figured I'd make some extra money or get some free books, and it's a good opportunity for me to get free books. And I was so wishy-washy about it. And I asked myself, why are you doing this? And I think it came down to the fact that I didn't have an extreme sense of pride in the opportunity that I had in front of me. And I don't blame anybody for that but myself. But a lot of times when our direct uplines or team leaders or directors aren't letting us know all the time about how lucky we are, sometimes we can lose sight of that. But on the other hand, if we have some directors and uplines that are spitting it to us all the time and we're having an off week or an off month, it can be really annoying. So I try to find a very lucky balance within my business, where I do feel very grateful and privileged to be a consultant. There are rough months and there are ups and downs in this business. There's no other way. It's a complete cycle. And when you're on the downswing of things and things are taking a while to pick back up, it can stink. And I've been there multiple times where I've just been like, why am I doing this? This stinks. But there's always an upside. The biggest people in this industry say that the worst thing you can do for yourself is quit. Those who keep going and keep a positive attitude are the ones who make it big. And I cannot stress that enough. I've seen it myself personally. I've seen it with everybody around me who's still here with me today. Everybody making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a month has kept with it, has kept a positive attitude, has worked, and it works. It's not hard. You have to find out what your definition of hard is. Hard is not having enough money to buy groceries. Hard is not having enough money to buy the brand of diapers that you really like for your child and having to go with a store brand and potentially giving your kid a diaper rash. And yes, that's happened to me before. Hard is not feeling accomplished as a woman or a stay-at-home mom. And when I went to my first Usborne Books and More party, I loved the books. And I went because I was friends with the hostess and I was also friends with the consultant. And I was going through a very hard time. We didn't necessarily need the money, but I was having a really hard time with self-identity. Everything that, every minute of my day was spent on my kids, and I lost myself, and everything was about them and keeping them happy and keeping my husband happy, which I still strive to do. But I lost myself in this journey of motherhood, and I really didn't know who I was. So when I went to that party, I fell in love with the books, and I filled out a door prize slip, and I asked the hostess, who was still my friend, all about the business. And I said, how do you do this? Can anybody do this? And she was an old preschool teacher, so I thought I had to be a teacher or an educator. And she's like, no, you don't have to be. And she was very happy to answer my questions, but not once did she offer me the business opportunity. And I went to another home show of hers, filled out the door prize slip, talked to her more. I would even talk to her at play dates about this. And I never got the business opportunity. Fast forward a couple weeks, I just forgot about it. But I walked away from those two parties feeling worse about myself than when I entered those parties. And that's not what we want for any of our guests. But essentially, that consultant denied me of an opportunity to build to grow personally and to build my sense of who I was and self-confidence. She never offered that to me. And if you ever think that not offering this opportunity is a good idea, think about me and think about the struggles that I had as a new mom who needed something for herself. Think about why you joined. It might not have been all for money. It might have just been because you needed to be part of something that was bigger than changing diapers and cooking, as joyful as those are. So I want you to think about that, and I want you to think about that the next time that you think that recruiting is all about you and your team and your team and you. It's really not. We will see team growth this next year. I can guarantee that our team is going to grow by the thousands of percents. We are going to grow this team, and I need your help. It's not about us. It's about us getting bigger with other people, and it's about finding people who need this opportunity. And so the next time you talk to somebody, I really want you to feel postured in your opportunity. You're a part of a company that is giving children incredible books, and they can't get them anywhere. If they get them from Amazon, they're getting the British copy of them. They're not getting the American one. And even a lot of them from Amazon are like soft cover. So you should feel really good knowing what you're doing and the purpose behind what you're doing. A few months ago, I posted about this business being a privilege or a burden. And I think I even was so harsh in the post to say, if you feel like this business is a burden for you, then maybe you need to take some time off and think about why you joined in the first place. We do have a lot of people that have joined my team, and they join my team to get the kit, which is why they're not on the Facebook group, because they're not consultants. They are kit buyers. And that's not the kind of consultants you want. You want people who are self-starters, who are excited and happy and positive, who aren't victims. And I don't know I'm sure you know what that means, but people who take initiative and don't blame others and want to change and have personal growth for themselves and growth for their family, and want to make a difference and make some extra income. So When you're talking to people, be postured. This is a privilege that you've been given. And I think, when I can't believe that my wishy-washy attitude when I first started really held me back, but it did. And when I got into my promotion process, I totally changed my attitude. I was like, I'm the luckiest person in the world. This is an amazing opportunity, and I'm going to build a huge team, and we are going to just be so awesome at what we do, and we're going to sell so many books, and we're going to go on trips together. And I still believe that. I still believe that we have the most amazing team. As small as it is, it won't be small in a year or two. We have we have this entire year ahead of us, and we're supposed to add thousands and thousands and thousands of more consultants to our teams. That's what we're projected for, and we're projected to double our revenue. So what's stopping you? Why can't that be you? Why can't you recruit 10 people in a month? I don't know. It's possible. Laura Schagel did it. After the month after convention, she made it a goal to recruit 10 people. Well, she didn't recruit 10 people. She recruited 12. And she's a director. She got to be a director very soon after convention last year because she made a plan. And she said, you know what? We're projected to do a lot of business this year, and I want a piece of that pie. So this year, I really want to see a lot more recruits, and you have to think this isn't not about Courtney wanting to build her team. This is not about me. It is about us, and if we add more members to this team, we're a stronger team, and we get to do more stuff. We get to have more prizes and giveaways and contests. But, we're sharing a love for literacy, and we're sharing incredible books, and I don't really think that's something to hide. I just don't. And I think that we should be really proud of what we do. And that is the number one step in recruiting, is to be proud of what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're working this business 4 hours a week or 20. You should be proud to be a part of this company. And like I said, if you're not proud, I can't even imagine any of you not being proud to be part of this company. But if you forgot why you joined, or you've kind of lost your way, read a couple of the books to your kids and see how happy they are when they're reading them. And maybe that will ignite a little spark in you again to feel happy about where you are. So, about getting prospective recruits, I want to talk to you about hostesses. 65% of my recruits are my hostesses. I'm sure most of us met at a Facebook party, or you hosted a party with me. So a lot of your recruits are going to be hostesses. And so I usually always offer the opportunity to hostesses, and I always offer the opportunity to anybody who is very interested in the business and interested in the books. You want to go after the people that have said, I want all the books, I want all the Shine-a-Lights, I want all of these. Somebody that is an educator, somebody that is a self-starter who might even be involved in a different direct sales company, but is not happy with the way their business is going. We have a very unique product, and we're in an extremely competitive market, and we are killing the market. We're like the talk of the publishing industry, and that's kind of hard to do. So like I said, you should feel so proud to do what you're doing. So we are a company on an amazing mission, and we should be expressing that in all of our Facebook parties, our home parties, our booths, our school and library visits. You should always have something in the car that represents the company. Have like a little cinch bag with a catalog and a couple books and your business cards. Always be ready, and just let that light and happiness shine out from you, and just be so happy to be doing what you're doing. Let the roller coaster happen. There are going to be ups and downs, but new recruits and potential recruits should see that that's a possibility, that there are ups and downs, but that it's really important not to give up. So I'm going to be posting some scripts up on the comment section of this video about some conversations to have. When you recruit, it's very important to be authentic. So when I do post these scripts, it's really important to use your own voice and make it your own. When I post things on my VIP page about recruiting and the company, it's very important for you to use that on your VIP pages and personal pages, but make it your own so that, say we have mutual friends, they see that, you know, we're changing it up, and authenticity is extremely important. So make it your own. Don't ever tell yourself that you can't do this, because you can, and stop letting fear into your way of thinking. It's just, you know, you have to know your BS, your belief system, and you need to believe that you can do this, and you need to believe that you can recruit and build a team and promote again and again until you're director. And then you're going to keep moving up, and you're going to keep building your team. You're going to keep making more and more money. So I hope this helped you all, and I'm going to be posting scripts, like I said, about recruiting and the recruiting process. But I really want you to enjoy the process and just be positive and let that positive energy flow out from you. And I look forward to having many new team members. I think we're going to have at least 3 more join our team this month alone, which is really exciting. So I'd love to see a consistent 3 to 5 new members from all of us, not each of us, but all of us combined a month. And I think that would be awesome. So I really appreciate your time, and I will let you know about the next topic on Tuesday for our team meeting live. Have a great afternoon.